Welcome to the Weekend Football Podcast.
Hi, I'm Michael.
I'm Joel.
And I'm Frank.
The games we're going to talk about today are Sunderland versus Liverpool, Crystal Palace versus Spurs, Arsenal versus Stoke, and finally Manchester United versus Southampton.
Competition time!
First, we're going to take you through some competitions. The draw for the Manchester United versus Southampton game for VIP tickets is being done today, so that'll be live at the end of today, which is the 6th. Keep a lookout for Manchester United versus Leicester competition. We're doing something new for that, so keep an eye out on Twitter @WeekendFootball and Facebook/WeekendFootball. The early kickoff sees Liverpool travel to the northeast to play Gus Poyet's Sunderland. Liverpool slipped up against Leicester in the last Premier League game. Will they drop more points here, Joel?
No, I don't think so. I don't think it'll be a comfortable victory for Brendan Rodgers' men. I think I can definitely see Sunderland scoring, but Liverpool they've only lost one of their last 8 in the league, unbeaten in the last 4, and they've won 2 of the last 3. So I think they may have turned a corner.
But in that last 8, they did play Stoke, Sunderland, Burnley, Swansea.
Yeah,
Swansea at home and Leicester twice.
You can only beat what's in front of you.
True.
Albeit not top teams, but we still got the results and we've hit a bit of form. So that's good.
Only 4 away wins all season, Joel. Coming at Burnley, Leicester, QPR and Spurs early on in the season. So not great really where they've picked up points. Although it may look good in the stats list when you get into it. Not looking brilliant for Liverpool.
Not brilliant, but Sunderland, on the other hand, they haven't won in their last 3.
Slipping up, of course, to Hull.
Yeah, well,
really
that's the thing. Like
there.
they can put in a decent performance against somebody. You know, away at Newcastle, win 1-0, but they can't seem to build on it. And then to lose 3-1 at home to Hull, shameful. They've only won once in the last 10 in the league, and at home they've only won 1 this season.
Yes, it's not brilliant, is it, for the Mackems? I think if Poyet manages to get a good talisman in January, whether that will come in January or they'll have to wait to the summer, I'm not sure. But if he can at some stage get a good front man in there, I think they'll have a squad to build on.
So this is a stat you'll quite like, Joel.
Go on.
Liverpool have lost more games than Sunderland.
Oh, God. I don't like that at all.
Liverpool lost 7, Sunderland lost 6. Thought I'd throw that out there.
Think of those draws, though.
Yeah,
specialists.
11 draws. Will they beat the 18 draw record?
Liverpool haven't drew any game this season. No, away from home. I don't think we've drew away from home this season.
Right. So you don't think it's going to be a draw?
No, I think Liverpool win. Even though Adam Lallana is out, he is out for a month. But Sterling was rested midweek in the FA Cup game against Wimbledon, so he should be fresh. Liverpool 2-1.
I'm going to go with a Sunderland home win with
please.
both teams to score. Best price 7-1 at Coral.
Yeah, mine would be both teams to score. Liverpool win 16-5 also at Coral.
For me, realistically, I'm thinking draw 5-2 at Betfair, but I'm sure you'll appreciate could go either way. As is with a few of the fixtures we're going to talk about.
Next up, Crystal Palace versus Spurs. That's at 5:30 on Sky Sports 1. Crystal Palace host the informed Spurs at Selhurst Park. Spurs beat league leaders Chelsea before the FA Cup fixtures, whereas Palace could only muster a 0-0 draw away to Aston Villa. What do we think this is going to end up?
Personally, I won't be touching this game. I won't be betting at all. On form, you can't look any further than Spurs. But I think it's quite a dangerous time to face Crystal Palace. You know, a new manager, the players want to impress, the home fans will get right behind the team. It should make for a great atmosphere.
You're right there. And certainly, I know you can't judge Crystal Palace's season with the performance they had the other day at Dover, but a few players in there look sort of re-energised under Pardew. I'm thinking, likes of Barry Bannon, Dwight Gale, the sort of cast-offs for this season so far.
They're all playing as if they've got a point to prove.
Well, they have, in a sense, haven't they? I mean, new managers coming in, those players that are consider themselves lucky to make the bench some weeks, they'll be looking to push on and possibly start.
To be fair to Palace, if you include that FA Cup win as well, they've gone 3 games on the bounce with a clean sheet.
Well, yeah,
so
brilliant.
it doesn't make for all bad reading.
And that back line as well, as we saw on Sunday, Scott Dan, 2 goals.
Yeah, they're scoring goals.
Chipping in with a couple of goals as well. So,
Well, Palace have failed to win in the last 8 games and have only won 1 in 14. That was against Liverpool.
I know.
Spurs have lost only 1 in 9, and they have the best away record apart from City. You could argue that Chelsea have a slightly better one, but they've played 2 more away games. And I think if Tottenham win on the weekend, they'll surpass Chelsea in the away.
Tottenham should be really confident coming into this game. I mean, they've just put 5 past Chelsea.
Disappointing performance last night away to Burnley. I fully expected them to kick on from that.
Sure,
result.
they rested a few players though. And look, Burnley isn't the easiest place to go, remember?
No,
and it's the
true.
FA Cup.
And it's the
Anything
FA
can
Cup,
happen in the
anything.
FA Cup.
Form goes out the window.
That's true. You don't want to base your analysis entirely on the FA Cup, although you could take it into.
No, I mean
perspective.
they'll have a few first name starters coming back into the team against Palace. Harry Kane should lead the line again. That's what my bet would be. Kane to score any time, Spurs to win, 5-2 with Paddy Power. I think that's good value.
Will Spurs be challenging for the top 4?
Yeah, absolutely. They'll definitely be challenging for it. Will they get it? No.
And will Palace get relegated, do you think?
I can't see that happening this season. I think it'll be tight. I think it'll be close.
You think they'll stay up?
I think they will, yeah. I think they stand as good a chance as anybody at this stage in the season, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially, that I think if they were going to get rid of Warnock, which obviously they have done, I think they've chosen the right time to do it. I think if he was going to go, he had to go then.
They need to get some better form under their belt, because if they continue as it is now, how can they possibly stay up? Having, they've been without a win in the last 8 in the league. They need to do something. Right.
It's not that. I mean, last season, am I right in saying it was a tough place to go, Selhurst Park, last season, for all clubs in the division. But this season, we haven't seen the same, really, have we?
To be fair to Palace, I know they haven't been winning games, but they haven't been playing that badly, to be fair. They've been they've been competitive in every game.
Yeah.
Been scoring a few here and there. So I do think they'll give Spurs a good run for their money, but Spurs should have too much quality to see them through.
I'm in agreements here. BTTS plus result for Spurs, 7-2 at Coral for the best price. Don't think you'll get any other value anywhere else. To break up the football, we've got the quiz.
Go on.
So question 1. John Terry scored his 37th Premier League goal against Spurs last weekend. The all-time top scoring Premier League defender has 38. Can you name me who it is?
Top goal scorer and Premier League defender. I don't know.
No idea.
No idea.
I must say, no, I haven't got much of a clue there.
I'll give you a clue. He played for Everton
Play for Everton?
and Sheffield United.
Jagielka?
No.
No.
Yeah, it's David Unsworth.
I would never have got that.
Oh, no.
He's top goal scorer and Premier League defender?
Yeah,
With how many?
38. I think he took a lot of Premier League penalties and free kicks.
Jagielka did play for Sheffield. I've got the right player, haven't I?
Yeah, but
yeah,
it's
he
the
did.
wrong player in the question.
Yeah, of course.
Number 2. Chelsea conceded more than 4 goals for the first time since February 2010. But can you name me the team that beat them 2-4 at Stamford Bridge?
Was it?
In
In
the
what
league
year,
or
sorry?
just...
In the league,
In what year did you say, Mike?
2010.
I have in the back of my head somewhere Middlesbrough.
Arsenal?
No. Middlesbrough.
Yeah, well,
No
I read
chance.
somewhere they were the last team to stick 4.
Not Arsenal, no.
perhaps 5.
Question that source.
United?
No, it's Man City.
City's in it.
Yeah. Third and final question. Wilfred Boneley scored the most goals in the Premier League in 2014 with 20. Which Premier League player has scored the most goals in a calendar year?
Suarez?
No.
Shearer?
Yeah, it's Shearer.
Is it Shearer?
Yeah, he scored 36 in 1995, the year he helped Blackburn Rovers to the Premier League title.
Really? That long ago? Good.
Third topic, Arsenal versus Stoke. 1:30 on Sky Sports 1, that's on Sunday. Under pressure, Arsenal take on Stoke at the Emirates in a must-win game for the Gunners. Stoke will want to take some points off a side that is struggling to find some consistent performances. Which way can you see this one going?
I think Stoke will get a draw out of this. I really do. Arsenal have been so unpredictable recently. I know they've just beaten Hull in the FA Cup at the Emirates, but nobody can tell me over the last 4 games their performances have been worthy of the results they've been getting. I mean, they scraped past QPR. West Ham deserved at least a point against them. And then Southampton walked all over them and dominated the game.
Yeah, I agree. Arsenal have only lost 1 in the last 5 Premier League games, but again, I think that's down to scraping through, and I don't think Arsenal fans are happy at the moment that the fact they have to scrape through these opposition quite low.
Stoke never got a single point at the Emirates.
They have beaten Arsenal on the last 2 occasions, though.
Yeah, I just
Both at Britannia, I'm guessing.
True. But Stoke look decent away from home this season. You know, they don't fear anybody. They don't just sit back like they did under Pulis.
Yeah, they're going for it, aren't they?
They are going for it. Yeah,
they've only lost 1 in the last 6, and that was at home to Chelsea.
Exactly.
They drew against United and went to Everton and won.
Yeah,
and of course
that's decent form in my opinion.
Yeah,
already won in North London as well.
All right, Frank. No need to mention Tottenham.
Oh yeah.
But can't deny that Arsenal have one of the best home forms in the Premier League. They've only just lost once, and that was that counter-attacking move against Manchester United. So it'll be a tough one to call, I think.
I personally wouldn't go anywhere near Arsenal at 1-2.
No, it's
couldn't
too
do it.
short price for a home, not very long for an away, and then other markets is just the only one I can find is correct score 2-0.
Don't get me wrong. Arsenal can easily turn up and they could walk over Stoke 4-1 because that's just they're not an informed Newcastle team.
Yeah.
In my opinion, the best value is in both teams to score and draw market, which is 5-1 at Betway. That's what I'll be backing.
Yeah, the 2-0 best price at Bet365 or BetVictor at 7.5. Fourth and final game, Manchester United versus Southampton, 4:00, Sky Sports 1. It's third place United versus fourth place Southampton in the last live game of the Premier League fixtures. Who will be third place come the end of this game?
I don't know. I actually think Southampton will win this, you know.
I have a strong feeling they'll get a result. Not sure about the win.
I think they'll win it. I know United, great run, unbeaten in the last 10 in the league. I'm just not convinced by them, well, by their defence in particular. I think it's pretty weak. I've been saying for a few weeks now that's only a matter of time before they get found out. And I think Southampton have what it takes to get a result at Old Trafford.
Of course, Mane, though, the Saints thought he was off to Africa. Turns out they're going to still be without him, but for the wrong reasons. He's got a calf injury.
Yeah, it's a bit of a loss. He's been scoring goals, hasn't he?
Yeah. Who else have they got in their ranks capable of turning up at Old Trafford?
Well, they've got goals from all over the team. You know, they haven't just been winning 1-0s. They've been, putting goals past various teams, 3-0s. Defenders have been scoring. They look a threat from set pieces. And the thing is, they went through that little rough patch where they lost 4 on a bounce.
Yeah.
But they've came back through stronger now. I mean, they thrashed Everton 3-0.
Yeah.
They drew against Chelsea. They beat Arsenal. So they know how to play these big teams now. So
yeah, you're right.
They'll be going to Old Trafford full of confidence.
Yeah, the Saints fixtures have been tough of late, I think. Arsenal, they won there, but then they had Chelsea. And then to round it off with a trip to United. So not that great fixtures for them. So where will they end up this season, do we think?
I still don't. I think top 4 is probably beyond their reach. I know they're still within the places now, but I can't see them holding on to it. Maybe 5th.
Yeah, they seem to have a dip in form, don't they? They started really, really well, and then they lost 4 in a row. That was around November, December, and you kind of think they're going to go on a run again. But then there's
they look a solid outfit. Ronald Koeman's got them playing good football. Utilised all the strengths they have.
Go on, Frank.
Sorry, just a quick question then. Who was the last scorer to score for Southampton in a win over Manchester United?
Matt Letizia,
Well, not quite.
Kevin Phillips.
Not quite.
I wouldn't be able to. I
I
don't know.
thought one of you might get this. Educated guess.
Nah.
No, it's James Beattie.
James
Really?
Beattie.
2003 in a 1-0 win. Yeah, that was we're talking 12 years ago now, their last win over United. And of
Yes.
course that came at St Mary's.
Yeah.
Southampton, they haven't got a great record against United at all. But if you remember, in early December, United won 2-1. They should never have won that game. Southampton battered them that game.
Yeah, you're right. RVP, wasn't it? 2 goals. Robin Van Persie.
Yeah, I mean, they should never have won that game. That's why I think a 4-1 for a Southampton win, that's an unbelievable price. So I'm firmly in the Southampton corner for this one.
I think going back to your Ronald Koeman point about them playing well, I think there's 2 clubs in the Premier League at the moment that seem to have this philosophy, and it's Swansea and Southampton, where it doesn't matter what manager takes over, they seem to be playing great football. They seem to be getting all the right players in.
Yeah.
So I'm quite impressed with Southampton and the way they've conducted themselves, although Tottenham seem to be poaching most of their backroom staff. Do you think?
Oh, really? What? Are you getting all their backroom staff?
Yeah, we got the director of football, something like that.
I really didn't know that.
So to Manchester United, are they going to sign anyone in January?
Then if they're serious about being a solid top 4 team, they need to get a centre-back.
Oh, yeah.
There's no
you're right.
question.
And I know you're going to say, FA Cup doesn't stand for anything, but watching them the other night against Yeovil, God almighty.
Not impressive.
They're just awful at the back.
Yeah,
Really,
they are.
really are.
They are. They're vulnerable.
Yeah.
And now Luke Shaw, I think Luke Shaw's out of this game, injured.
Surprise.
Yeah. No, you're right, mate. Against Yeovil, Yeovil caused them a lot of problems.
Yeah.
They did. 2-0, slightly flattering.
And in fairness, the one I'm thinking of, that young Paddy McNair, in fairness, yeah, he did get a head injury early on. But yeah, it's a problem that needs fixing.
It does.
With United. But it's a lot of the top, the so-called top teams we're looking at, they're having so many defensive problems.
The thing is, if Southampton pose half a threat as what Yeovil did, they'll punish them. They will 100% punish them, and I definitely think they'll score. Definitely.
So what's your bet?
My bet would be just Southampton outright win, a 4-1. Bet Victor. I think it's a brilliant price.
Yeah, it's a great price. Mine would be Graziano Pelle to score any time. That's at Sky Bet, and that's 3.4.
Really,
so,
any time?
Yeah, it's a really good price,
Yeah.
I think, especially for any time market. So
he'll start as well.
Yeah, worth a few quid.
I must say, Joel, I completely disagree with you, as with the nature of this weekly podcast. I can see them scoring.
Yeah.
I can't, however, see them getting a point or even 3. A BTTS United win at Coral, 11-4.
Well, thanks for listening. Next week, we've got Newcastle versus Southampton. We've got Man City versus Arsenal. And we've got Everton versus West Brom.
Download the Football Coupon app on iPhone and Android for best odds, bet tracking, live Opta data, and score forecasts. For more information, check out footballcoupon.co.uk.